Hello and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with an interesting achievement plan, and it's for ARK Survival Evolved, which is on the Gamepass, and you may know it. It's an amazing crafting game and dinosaur game, but the reason why it's an interesting guide is because there is not one single guide online that talks about whether you can beat this game legit, like 100% achievement guide for that. Every single achievement guide out there is for putting in the codes, the admin codes, the cheats, and then you can just get all the achievements in like an hour, which I will link up a guide by the Welsh Hunter where he can show you how to do that if you do want to get all 100% in this game with the admin codes, because that's the way you play it. If you want to do that, the question is, can you beat this game without it? And I can tell you that I did not beat all of it without it. I beat some of it legit. I played with my friend, the Lurking Gamer. We played almost the entire thing together. We played about 50 hours or so, and I did not do all of it without codes, but I did do a lot of it without codes. So, but either way, I could show you how to do it without codes, which is what this video is going to be about. So yeah, so let me tell you about this game. This game has 33 achievements for 1,500 gamer score. So this includes also a DLC that's in it. But on Game Pass, when they play it, all the DLC is also there. So I just included all of it together because I didn't have to pay for anything. All right? So between 1 out of 10 difficulty or 10 out of 10 difficulty, depending on playstyle. If you put all the codes in, it's 1 out of 10 difficulty. It's not hard. It just takes a little time, like an hour. If it's 10 out of 10 difficulty, honestly, it's like 11 out of 10. I don't know how you beat this game. A little bit of a spoiler. I don't know how you beat some of these bosses without codes. I just can't fathom it. But we'll talk about that. All right, completion time between 50 to 300 plus hours. That's ridiculous. So we spent about 50 or so hours on this game. Really good hours. I mean, I really enjoyed this game. And the problem is, in order to really get everything you need and to be a pro at this game, you have to this has to be your life. I mean, obviously that's not true. There are people who play and it's not their life, but I don't know. People have yeah. I just don't even know how much time it would really take. I've heard people spend thousands of hours, thousands. And the crazy part of it is, after the 50 hours or so, our story got deleted, and it wasn't our fault. So yeah. Oh my, we'll talk about that. Playthrough number 1, the island playthrough. And that's actually the main story. That's like if you start a single player game, that's the island. That's what it's called. All guardians and bosses, all miscellaneous achievements, and all collectibles. Yeah, the collectibles, oh boy. All right, and then playthrough number 2, the center DLC. So on the main menu, you can go to different like parts of the, like different versions of the game. It's not different versions, it's different story modes. And one of them is called the center. You have to go to that and do something there. And then once you do that, you will get that achievement if you could beat that. Anyway, all right, category number 1, basic achievements. 3 achievements for 60 gamer score. These are the ones you 100% should be able to get legit. You don't need to do codes for these. You can just play the game. And honestly, after these 3, you might be like, nope, this game's not for me. Or you might be like, all right, sounds cool. I think I'm going to keep going. Number 1, your first day. 20 gamer score. You survived a full day and night on the Ark. Honestly, if you get some berries and you go in the water and you drink, and you make sure you don't overheat or freeze or anything, then you could most likely just get through the whole day without doing anything. You just stand there. That would be boring. But I built a shelter. I started to do stuff, but like it wasn't that long. Also in the menu you could change things. You could change the difficulty to 0. Which is still hard, by the way. You could make it harder. You could change the nights to shorter. Like, you could do all different things in this game. You could basically make it the way you want it, even without putting admin codes in it, which is what I did. But yeah, I mean, you can make it easier to tame. You can make it easier to level up. Things like that. Number 2, your first dino, 20 gamer score. You tamed a dinosaur. To be honest, I don't remember what my first dino was. I think it was, it's probably on the video. But the easiest one to do is a dodo. You just go up to a dodo, and I think I punched it, and poor dodo, and then it became unconscious. So the way you tame in this game, so you need to tame by knocking out dinos, Or there are certain dinos you need to put food on all the way to the right, all the squares on the quick bar on the bottom where you could put quick weapons and stuff. All the way on the right, you could put some food. And then you just force feed some of these dinos. So other than that, you have to knock them out. So to knock them out, you can do different things. Depending on how strong they are, you could punch them. Unless you want to die with some of them. Try to punch a T-Rex to see what happens. Anyway, or you can use a bolo. The ones on 2 legs, you could bolo, and then they'll knock them down. Oh, it won't knock them down. It'll stop them. And then you could use a slingshot to shoot rocks at them and then knock them out. If you shoot too many rocks, you'll kill them. So you have to be careful. Eventually, you get tranquilizer darts. You get tranquilizer arrows. The next thing we got was the tranquilizer arrows with the bow, the primitive bow, and you just shoot those arrows at the dinos, and then they pass out. And then also one way to get them trapped in order to get them knocked out is to build traps, and I'll show here like what kind of trap. This is the basic trap that people use: stone doorways, and then there's a door. I didn't have a door at first, and then there's a ramp. So what they do is to chase you in there. And this is how you're going to get the T-Rex and the Gigantosaurus, by the way. They're going to chase you in there, and then they can't get out. I think this one's a little small for the T-Rex and the Gigantosaurus because they're too tall. This is for like my early ones. Like the Triceratops and stuff. So yeah, so then once they're in there, then you can knock them out. All right. So once you knock these dinos out, how do you actually get them to, be tamed? So you need to put narco berries. You find narco berries literally everywhere. Right. You put narco berries in their inventory. Figuring out how to play the game, like inventory and all that, it was a little difficult at first, but once I got it, it was easy. So you put it in their inventory, and that's going to keep them asleep, hopefully. All right. You also have to feed them at the same time. It'll say it needs food. Most of the early dinos, you just have to put berries in. Obviously, if they're herbivores and they don't eat meat. You just put berries in there. It'll tame them. Sometimes they want fish. Not the herbivores, the meat eaters. Sometimes they want fish, but usually you can put raw meat in there. And raw meat you just get from killing dinos and chopping them up. Yeah, I know. But there's so much raw meat that I had, and I put raw meat in there, and most of them would do that. But some of them need prime meat, which you get eventually. Some of them need kibble. Kibble's great for them. But kibble's harder to make. And actually, I'm gonna put up a guide. This guide is fantastic. It shows you how to do so many of the things. You'll see. Like if you want to go into more depth after this guide, after my plan, you could just go into this, and it'll show you how to do a lot of different things. That's basically how you tame in this game. So if you tame a dodo, you should be good. You'll probably tame like maybe half a dozen dinos, and you'll be like, all right, I got this. And then you might decide to stop, whatever. Number 3, your first ride, 20 gamer score. You rode a dinosaur. And this is where you have to make a saddle, which as you level up, you can learn different recipes. And one of them will be a saddle for basically most dinosaurs. Some of them are harder, but one of the early ones I did was the Parasaurus. Parasaurus, whatever, I don't know. You see it on my thing. I named it Parry. I love Parry. All right, Parry got deleted by the game. Thanks a lot. But anyway, I love Parry, and Parry was the first one that I had. I think that the Lurking Gamer maybe made a trike saddle first, and sometimes you find them too. Basically, you put it on them. You go up to them. You press, put saddle on. You put it in their you have to actually attach it to them. You can't put it in their inventory. And then once you do that, you ride a dino, and there you go. There's your first bunch of achievements. So if you continue playing this game, here are the next ones. Category number 2, progress achievements. 4 achievements for 280 gamer score. And the first 3 of these, I think you could also do definitely without codes as well. Number 1, maximum survivor, 50 gamer score. You reach the maximum survival level. You just have to keep playing. The more you craft, the more you kill, the more you build, the more you do all this stuff, your level goes up. And if you set it to level up quicker in the menu, and by the way, like I'm doing this video in 2023, it's February, and the max level for me was 125, all right? So people say it's so many different things because of all the upgrades and all the DLC. It's 125 for me as far as February 2023. All right, so that's where you have to get with that one. So number 2, maximum dinosaur, 30 gamer score. One of your dinos reached maximum level. And for this one, you just got to keep riding your dinosaur. You just got to keep riding it over and over. I was trying to level up Parry, but then Parry got deleted. Very upset. Yeah, so I ended up leveling up the T-Rex, right? And, you know, the T-Rex, so what happens with the level? What's the level cap for the dino? Well, I've been told, and it looked like it was true for me too, that level 88, you had to level up 88 times for the dino. So my T-Rex was level 1 when I got it, and then I ended at level 89. That's when the achievement popped. So it looks like 88 times you have to level up any dino. So I'm assuming that means if your dino starts at like 3, you know, you'd have to go up 88 times from 3 and have 91, you know. So I think that's how it works with that. All right, number 3, map maker, 100 gamer score. You've uncovered more than 80% of the mini map. So you can do, I feel like just playing through this game, you'll get this. It's really not that big. Oh, I guess it is big because you're trying not to die. But once you get a Pteranodon or something and put a saddle on it, which isn't super hard, then you can fly around. The problem is Pteranodon gets really tired, which you'll see when I get to the highest peak. Like, it gets really tired and, you know, or you could just type in the admin code fly if you really wanted to and just fly around and get that achievement quickly. But honestly, I feel like if you just continue to look around and fly your Pteranodons that are stronger, you'll be able to get this. It wasn't that, it was a lot of the map, but the water was the problem. On the outside of the whole map is just water, you know. And then number 4, Apex Predator, 100 gamer score, unlock all achievements. And this was the original achievements, not all the DLC as well. Even though the DLC is like part of it, it's confusing. So basically, my last achievement that I had to get was to tame every single dino. And I did not get that, and I got this achievement because taming every dino was technically in the DLC. It was added during that. So yeah, so you don't have to get all the DLC, just the original ones. So if you're confused about that, you can look on True Achievements and see which ones are DLC and not. All right, category number 3, miscellaneous achievements. 3 achievements for 120 gamer score. These are 3 more that you could definitely get legit. They're not the hardest things in the world. I got these legit, and number 1, highest peak, 50 gamer score. You've reached the highest mountain peak of the Ark. So there is a volcano, and you know you can see it in here on the video. But the volcano is there, and all you have to do is get to the top of it. You may have to get off whatever dino you're on to stand on the top and walk around, which I had to do. So what happened was I kind of took Lurking Gamer's Pteranodon that he had tamed. I was like, oh, I'll just fly there. And this Pteranodon is so tired. I'm like, this has no stamina. So it's almost dying every time. I don't know how many times I fell and almost died. So finally I get up to the top of it and I'm like, yes, this is the best. I got my metal pickaxe and I'm getting obsidian, which is on top of it. And then the dino just falls off into the lava or something. I don't know. And I end up dying anyway. But I did get the achievement. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you could easily put cheats on and fly up to that and just land there. Or you could even spawn there. There are cheats to spawn there. Or you can just get a Pteranodon. Even the weakest one got me there somehow. Yeah, number 2, lowest depth. 50 gamer score, you've reached the bottom of the Ark's oceans. So this one was interesting because I tested out 2 different things. One, the Sarcosaurus, I think I said it right. That's like the huge alligator crocodile. I never know the difference between them. But that can swim really well underwater if you tame that. And we tamed a whole bunch of them. They were not hard to tame at all. So once you tame them, put the saddle on them, which was easy, they can then swim down to the bottom, which you can see here. I think I show where it is that I swam down, but really any of the outside ocean you could swim down to. And what I was told is you need the scuba gear. You need the mask, you need the tank, you need all that stuff. I mean, I'm making all 4 of them. I think there were just 4 right here with all items I have found. You have to make polymer at some point. You learn as you go how to make all these things, just like in Minecraft, you know. Not that it's like Minecraft, it's different. But you use that scuba tank and all that. You use the Sarcosaurus. Even if you swim down by yourself, I think you might be okay. But I used the Sarcosaurus, got there, no problem. Then I was like, wait, it didn't really feel like it was that low. So I was wondering if I can get down there and get the achievement without my scuba gear and just the Sarcosaurus. By the way, the Sarcosaurus, I think I'm saying this right, can fight other animals or dinos in the water. That's why you bring that one, or the Baryonyx, or a couple others. But I think, from what you can see here, I got down to the bottom. I died after it was done, but I was just testing it out. I think I got down to the bottom without the scuba gear. I think I was able to functionally do that. So if you don't want to make the scuba gear, you could try using that dino to get down there. Yeah, hopefully you can. I think it's possible both ways, but scuba gear is the best way. And then cure all 20 gamer score. You've cured yourself of swamp fever. So this one was definitely doable. The problem is that finding some of these items was tough, and then dealing with finding the leeches was even tougher. Oh, so yeah. So to do this, you need to make a lesser antidote, basically. All right, and to make a lesser antidote, you need leech blood. So when you find leeches, you can kill them and you get leech blood. The next thing you need is narcotic, and narcotic was really easy to make. You just needed raw spoiled meat, which you get spoiled meat all the time. You have all this raw meat to keep spoiling. I made so much narcotic, it was great. And you combine that with the narco berries, which you could find everywhere also. So narcotic was easy to make. And then the next two are the rare flower and the rare mushroom. So the rare mushroom I found in very rare places, like if you're hitting, like, I think it was the obsidian. Or it was the rare stones that you hit, you get rare mushrooms. But when you go to the swamp area, you find these bushes that look like, well, first of all, yeah, you hit all the bushes in that area, you can get rare mushrooms. And then you get the rare flowers from those specific black, like, thorny looking bushes. And I was like, I don't know how to get rare flowers. I had so many at some point. It's those four things. You find that you make that's how you make the lesser antidote. All right, so you got this lesser antidote. And then I'm showing you right now where I went all the way on the right in order to find the leeches. I found leeches by the swamp in the middle, but then I could not find them again ever. I just could never find them again. I even put on the code and flew around to look for them in an easier way. Could not find them. So finally, I got to this part on all the way on the right. This little beach area was awesome. So make sure when you go to get the leeches, you have a campfire, just so you know. So you're going to keep looking, going in the water. There aren't that many dangerous animals, maybe a piranha or something. So you go in, then you will see leeches, especially when it rains, apparently. So you will see leeches. They'll come at you. You can kill them. That's where you can also get more leech blood if you need it. And then you keep killing them. So now if you find a diseased leech, finally, like I found a diseased leech, finally, man, it jumps on you, you get diseased. And then you have to, so do you take the antidote? Is that what you do? No. I actually messed this up and had to do it again. I took the antidote without taking the leech off of me first, and the achievement didn't unlock. So it was really annoying. So what you need to do is get diseased, jump in the fire, get the leech off of you, kill it, all right? Then use the antidote and you'll get the achievement. I had to do it 2 times. It was really annoying. Yeah. And yeah, so that's that. Those are the 3. They're definitely doable without codes. I mean, if you want to go through all that, but it really wasn't that bad. It was kind of like Minecraft. You have to go around and you have to find stuff to use, Anyway, all right, category number 4, Taming achievements. 3 achievements for 170 gamer score. Number 1, Rex Rider, 20 gamer score. You rode on the back of a T-Rex. And number 2, Giga Rider. You rode on the back of a... Wow, now I don't know how to say I always say Gigantosaurus, but it's Giganotosaurus? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I can't say names. So these are 2 very, very difficult dinos to get. But if you trap them properly and you have the right traps and you have the right materials, you can get them. Or you could just spawn them in. And you actually can use codes to spawn them in and then tame them immediately with a saddle on. Right? So you make these saddles. Also, you could find saddles, but you make some of the saddles not only in your regular crafting. You also have to have the workbench to craft stuff, just like in Minecraft. I know I keep saying it's like Minecraft because it's, a lot of things are based on that. But then, yeah, then you have, I had some other things. I had some other machines I was using too. But once you can tame a T-Rex and a Gigantosaurus, I'm just going to say Gigantosaurus, then you just put a saddle on them and you ride them. Yeah, and I did that, and I got those achievements. Now, number 3, Master Zoologist, 100 gamer score. You tamed all the domesticable creatures on the Ark. So this really was frustrating because the Lurking Gamer and I had so many of these dinos tamed legit. And then the game just deletes everything. So at the end, we ended up having just spawning everything in and finishing up the last ones that we needed. But it was really frustrating. It's not so hard to tame these dinos. To tame them, you just need all the things I was saying before. There are guides out there. I don't know if I'll put one up, but there are guides out there to really show you how to tame the best. So yeah, it was just frustrating. I still can't believe. I'll explain what exactly happened when I get there. Category 5, collectible achievements, 12 achievements for 310 gamer score. All right, so here's the deal. All of these, I don't know how much time you want to spend on this game, but if you want to get all these legit, you're going to be doing this game a long time, all right? Or you could type all explorer notes, or give all explorer notes, I think it is, and you can get all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Everything but the artifacts. But if you're going to do it legit, you're going to look around the whole island, under the water, in the caves, and all different places, and you can find explorer notes. And these explorer notes will tell you things about the dinos and also give you XP to level up. And every 10% you get an achievement. It's kind of cool, right? And then the dossier. The dossier is on the ARK's initial specimens. You get like info on the dinos. Actually, I think that's the info on the dinos one. But those are also found doing this stuff. So you could just spawn them in, or you could look around for everywhere for them. That might be fun. You might enjoy that. But once you have that, you can also see which dinos it has a little check mark next to each name in the dossier. I forgot how to say it. But once you tame a dino, it checks it off for you. So you could check to see which ones you didn't tame. I actually did that by the end. I was like, which one am I missing? And then I found which one I didn't have checked. It was really good. Number 12, Artifact Archaeologist, 100 gamer score. You personally retrieved all the artifacts. Let me tell you, I play horror games. I play a lot of horror games. This is a horror game right here. This achievement is a horror game, all right? I don't know how you all are with bugs, all right? I don't know how you feel about that with huge bats, all right? And a huge, oh my gosh, all right. So this is what I did. I was going to put on the God mode. I was going to put on I went to each of these. I went to the caves, right? I found a first cave. I went in, because they're in caves, by the way, all of these artifacts. They're like hidden in these caves. So I went in the cave, the first one, and I went in with God mode on, and just to see what it was, because I wanted to personally get each of the artifacts in all of the caves, just with God mode, because I knew that I would never survive. I would never survive the first enemy in there, because in order to do that, you have to play for so long. So anyway, I was going in there to get them legit. I wasn't using a map. I wanted to find them all myself. So I went in the first cave, and it was the most claustrophobic thing I've ever seen. And there were these giant bats, and I think this was the cave with the big the scorpions. Oh god, or the crabs. I don't know. Yeah, it was frightening. It just made me feel uncomfortable. Oh, the spiders too. Oh gosh. All right, yeah, the huge spiders. So anyway, eventually I got it. So I went to the next one. I said, nothing could be as bad as that. So then I went into the next one. I'm like, oh, gosh. So I went down. I think that was definitely the scorpions. You go down this huge thing, and you could see the mayhem. There are so many. If you don't have the strongest dinos with you, and if you lose those dinos, they're gone. It's not, oh, my gosh. It's like, and if you lose everything. It's such a risk to go into these. Now, if you go in with shotguns and stuff, there are people who legit go in and get all of them. In fact, I don't know if I'll link a video. I might link a video right now. If I don't, then I'm not. But if I do, it'll be right now, where the people go in with the shotguns and they get them. Yeah, but this is like really rough. They also show you where they are, by the way. And then, so I said, I can do this. So I went into the third cave. I looked down and saw the huge centipede thing, whatever the heck that is. And I said, nope, done. In fact, I think I just showed it on the video. I said, I don't think so. There was a huge dino behind me. I'm going right up to that dino. I am not going down there. I literally could not deal. Right now talking about it, I feel kind of sick to my stomach. I can't do it. Can't do bugs. So eventually I did spawn them all in because I couldn't do it. But if you can handle that, you can definitely do this, I guess. But you need some strong dinos, let me tell you. But the artifacts are needed to finish the last category. Category number 6, boss achievements. 8 achievements for 560 gamer score. So I would say if you're going to play this whole game and try to do it legit, The ones that are going to, category 5 and 6, you're probably going to use codes if you don't want to spend your whole life doing this. And maybe taming all the dinos, unless you really want to go at it. But this one, oh my. So let me explain where these all are. So this is 8 achievements for 560 gamer score. A lot of achievements. So the first one, second one, and third one, you're going to see these huge, like, diamond, like, lit up, like, things in the sky in the regular island. And one's blue, one's red, one's green, I think. And one of them has the big spider. Yeah, with the little spiders. One of them has the gorilla, the big monkey thing, with all the little monkeys throwing stuff at you. And then the other one has the dragon. So in order to do this on the easiest difficulty, which you can do, gamma difficulty, you need a bunch of artifacts. The easiest difficulty is gamma, second difficult is beta, and the hardest difficulty is alpha. So in order to get in to the portal to go to these guardians, you need a certain amount of stuff, and the harder the level, the more stuff you need. So I ended up just spawning in I did not do this this part. I spawned in all these items because I wanted to go in and show you what it looks like, and I am in God mode, that's why I'm not dying. But I wanted to show you what it looks like to spawn into the first one, to show you the spider. I want to show you what it's for all three of them. Now, once you beat them, you get achievements for those. You get 1, 2, and 3. And they are hard, let me tell you. And by the way, if you are bringing dinos with you, there's a dino limit. I think it might be 20 per teleport into the boss, I think. One of the guides will tell you. But you have to make sure they're in the circle with you. And do not teleport into the boss fight on a dino, because you might not teleport with the dinos. And then guess what? You just spent days, weeks, months trying to get these dinos ready, and then you lost them all. Like, it's little things like that that really annoy me about this game. Even though this game is fantastic. It's like both, you know. So anyway, 4, Survivor Evolved, 100 gamer score. When you defeat all 3 of them, you get this achievement as well. So if you could somehow get a strong enough dinos and do this legit, awesome. This you can do. I'm not saying you can't do this. Bring 10 to 20 or however many you can T-Rexes, super strong, in there with armor. Go ahead. Bring a shotgun. You might be able to get these 4 legit. Now, the next 3 are beating the game on the easiest, the medium, and the hardest difficulty. And once you beat it, by the way, you'll be sent back to the main menu, and you'll have to restart your save again. So what you need to do is beat the Overseer. And the Overseer is difficult. So the Overseer's little cave thing is in the... this was ridiculous. Is in the volcano. So first you have to get into the volcano, into the bottom. There's a little door. Then you have to have all of the items you need to get in, which is the artifacts and stuff. And then once you get in there, then you have to go through one of the biggest horrible areas ever with some of the... Can you see these dinos? Like, can you see what's attacking me? I'm in God mode right now, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, imagine trying to get through this. Imagine spending 100 to 500 hours trying to level up everything and then having them all die in here. Like, I can't imagine how you would feel. Or having the game just delete, you know? That has happened to people, too. I'm not trying to scare you, because I think on PC you could save your saves, like, another way, but Xbox, it's kind of hopeless, honestly. Anyway, so you get in here, then finally, when you get through this huge thing, then you get to teleport to the Overseer, and you have to beat the Overseer 3 different times on 3 different difficulty levels. And the Overseer can turn into the other 3 Guardians. Like, seriously? Oh my gosh. But anyway, now you know what these 7 are. I was like, what the heck do you mean to send it off the Ark? Yeah, you'll see. It was no problem. So, game was all good. I got through these, right? Number 8. This is when the game deleted. Survivor of the Center. 50 gamer score. You defeated the Guardians of the Center. When you go to the center, you get to this new place, which is really cool. You find the new teleporter, which will bring you to the Guardians of the Center, which is the big spider and the big gorilla. Then you have to defeat them, the 2 of them. Once you do that, you're good. So if you can get through any of this, and here's the thing, you could also do like automatic kill. You could do like, you know, it's like you can kill all the dinos around you. So if you want to use the codes, use the codes. But when I tried to go back from the center to my regular game, guess what? My game was deleted. My character wasn't deleted because my character, I guess it was ARK Planner, was still in the center. That is not supposed to happen. I have gone to other DLCs and not lost my other world. So this has happened to people, and I just don't know. I would say maybe don't switch to anything else until you're done playing the regular game. If you don't want to lose your stuff, maybe don't switch to anything. I don't know. Maybe start a new character. But yeah, I went back and our whole world was gone. All our dinos, my parry that I was trying, my parry, I wanted to level him up, or her up, I don't remember. And yeah, it was really disappointing, honestly, and there's nothing they could do about it. Your thing's gone. But, that aside, you now know how to do every single one of these achievements if you want to do them, or if you want to use the codes and just know how to do them. Yeah, so hopefully this gave you every bit of info, along with the guides I'm going to put up, that you need for this game. This was a fantastic game. I'm scared to play more because is it going to get deleted, to be honest. That's my biggest fear. And then those darn caves for the artifacts still give me nightmares. Anyway, let me know what you think about this game. Let me know which ones you did legit. Put in the comments. Let me know which ones you did codes for, if you didn't do just codes, or check out the Welsh Hunter's Guide for all codes. But otherwise, I'll see you next time on Achievement Planner.